Hey, we're live. Let me just set up my iPad here because I'm not at my desk tonight. Or tonight, can I speak? I just saw something that some people sent to me and I just was like, oh my God, like, oh boy. The joys of YouTube monetization is all I can say. Let's see if anybody can come in. It's late. Hey, Kathy. Oh gosh. I don't know if you were here earlier today. I did a show and it was basically just about my day and a mail call and some YouTuber I met. And then everybody started talking about Nancy, and then a couple of people in my chat got into some kind of big argument, and I was like, hey, you know, no politics, no religion, no bullying, and no drama. Hey, Deanna. Hey, Rita. You know, let me give it just a few minutes. I'm not going to go long. I used one of those gift cards I showed you guys earlier, and I ate way too much. I actually have a stomach ache now. I ate so much. I hadn't eaten all day, and then I just, like, really ate a lot. I think at my age I should eat more slowly. Let me just see if I can get some people to come in. This is going to be short. Somebody sent me, a couple people have sent me emails, some of my regular watchers, and they're like, hey, you got to see this link. And I've seen like 15 or 16 minutes of it thus far, and I started laughing so hard that I almost cried. I felt like saying, everybody just like, dude, welcome to the party. Like, when it comes to Nancy Guthrie, like, oh my God, yeah, I don't want to see drama at all. That's not going to be allowed. Oh, hold on. My little bunny is here. She's asking for a little snacky. You get just a little bit because you already had a different treat earlier. Yeah. If you saw my late night chat last night, you saw that I lifted her up backwards. It's the only way she'll let me pick her up now. And I put her little butt on the screen. You can see her little cottontail. It was so cute. Oh, gosh. Hey, 13 people. Welcome in. I'm April Davis, PI. I'm a licensed California private investigator. Yes, it's true, folks. And I did a live earlier today. It was just about, you know, stupid stuff. But we started talking a little bit about Nancy. Hey, Mr. Handsome. Oh, no, she's not in a cage. Oh, absolutely not. I would never have a bunny in a cage. Come here. Come here. Let me show you. Come on here. Let me give you a treat. Let me give you a treat. There we go. Okay, she won't let me show you by her front, but here's her butt. Oh, she's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Deanna. Anyway, okay. Everybody, I hope you're subscribed. I hope you guys are smashing the like button, sending me the red hearts. Let me get this out there. 2 of my regular watchers in the last 2 days have sent me emails telling me to watch some of a video from another YouTuber. And remember, I love everybody here, everybody in the chat, all the other YouTubers. I don't say anything bad about anybody. But I tried to watch the clip last night from the one person who sent it to me. I think it was one of my mods. And she said to go in at like an hour and 39, or I did, and I couldn't find it. And then another person came into my earlier live, and she was like, did you get my message through IM? And I'm like, no, like, you know, here's my YouTube email channel, or email, you know, send it to aprildavispi@gmail. And she did. And she didn't tell me like what part to watch, so, and I don't have time to watch, you know, a 3 or 4 hour video. I don't have time to, you know, take a shower barely, you know. So I just started like scanning really quick, and I found that it was started at the 39 mark. Here, Kelsa, here, you can come eat over here. Every time I go on the air, everybody needs something from me. And, oh my gosh, no religion. Anyway, I watched, and even though the guy seems like he's really good, and I hope he's like somebody local and he could come over to my house and teach me how to use OBS, because the guy can pop up all the stuff on the screens. And sometimes my viewers get mad, like, I can't see the picture. That's because I'm just live streaming, just me and the camera. It's just a vertical live. I don't have enough subscribers to do a horizontal live and set up OBS and go through all the BS. No, what you see is what you get. And somebody sent the guy a picture during his live of a man named Zach Jaghoob. The guy didn't know who it was. He didn't know his name. Finally, someone told him it was Zach. Well, Zach who is this? Can you remind? He was asking his audience to give him all the information. He didn't know his first name, didn't know his last name, didn't know that he's Persian Jordanian, didn't know that he may or may not be connected to Luke Daly, and that he may or may not have sold the Range Rover to either Luke or Mary Daly very soon after Nancy disappeared. And then apparently he may or may not have disappeared, but he's no longer in the country now. Didn't know that he worked for the car dealership, didn't know the name of the dealership, didn't know what he did, thought he was the owner. No, it's some Russian guy. And we can't go any deeper than that to say that it's some Russian guy who's the owner of the dealership, the one that's near Nancy's. They sell the used cars. Look them up on Google. Look them up on Yelp. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Didn't know that he's an accountant, and his sister is also an accountant, and she works for an airline company, a private jet company, and he works for, well, actually 3 different companies, a travel company, a dermatologist, and a car dealership in Tucson. They both have degrees from the same university in Dubai, where he happens to tandem skydive. And I haven't even watched the rest of it yet, but I just, every time he showed something, I was like, his name is Zach. It's Saidon Hamad Al Jaghoob. Do you need me to spell it for you? Now, everybody on my channel is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I have that suspect video of all the characters or actors that are involved in this soap opera. But for this Clutch Them Pearls guy, who, by the way, he's a cutie patootie. I'll have to watch more of him. He seems very entertaining. He certainly knows what he's doing more than I know on YouTube. But, dude, welcome to the party. Welcome to the Nancy Guthrie case. This is day number 86. This guy has been in the picture on the Nancy Guthrie case, and not as a suspect and not as a detainee, but this guy has been one of the actors in this storyline since February the 13th. It is April the 27th. Apparently this video was 2 days ago. I can do math. 27 minus 2 is 25. So this has been put on his channel by viewers sending him information on April 25th. This guy's been in the picture since February 13th. Then he was trying to remember Luke's name. He couldn't remember that name. Maybe it was late at night. He was tired sometimes at night. My brain doesn't work either. But, oh my God, welcome to the party. And by the way, apparently his name was not one of the names of some of the Persian community that's on the list of 20 that was provided the first week to the gun stores in Tucson. I can't make this up. And I decided that even though most of you guys that follow me are probably already in bed right now, and maybe some of the people that watch me from other countries where it's already the next day can come in, but I won't be able to sleep tonight if I don't go on the air and tell the 2 people that sent me those links, which I'm still going to finish watching later tonight, probably from bed. I'll probably lose more sleep watching links that people are sending to me going, oh my God, are you serious? Remember, this is what I have done for a living. I don't do YouTube for a living. I have been a detective for a living. I am not working the Nancy Guthrie case. I am simply reporting the Nancy Guthrie case. Watch my suspect video. It's under my video tab on my main channel page. Hello, Jane. I just had to get that out. And I'm sure his, 3 or 4 hour video, whatever it is very enjoyable. A lot of you guys have been sending me clips. Oh, watch this person, watch that person. I'm enjoying everybody. Even JLR Investigates with his, criminal past. I'm enjoying watching him too. But I don't know, dude. How can someone come on your show and you see a picture and then he puts up a news clip of somebody while he's researching it, and he's putting the faces together and the sketch together that was provided by remember the sketch artist in Houston? And then he's going, he's using the F-bomb over and over and over again, he can't effing believe what he's seeing, and he's like, oh my God, that does kind of look like, the guy. Well, he meant front porch guy. So, and so many of my viewers watch that guy, but see, I'm very careful about what I say. Nobody here is a suspect. Not even that guy. I'm just saying, you gotta follow this from the beginning. Even if you just go to the playlist and you start at day 1, and then go to video number 2 on this, video number 3, video number 4. I have sort of a tribute short, but I make 2 pennies on those, so don't worry about that one. But go watch the suspect video. And it's not named in the order that they are suspects. It's named in the order that their identities were revealed during the case. Now, I have said my piece, and thank you for all the emails. Today, somebody sent me a manifesto. It's about 200 pages long of something. Oh, boy. Here we are. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Just type in the chat if you can see me and hear me. If I'm coming across loud and clear, because I don't want to, turn up the volume on the iPad and have it reverb. Is anybody out there? Yes. Jane Rice says yes, she can see me and hear me. I decided to put the Santa Monica Pier in the background tonight. I did that once before, and people kind of like that. See you fine and hear you. Thank you. And Bunny, she likes to eat what's called spicy hay. That's the only thing that bunnies are very destructive with. So don't choose my cord. Yeah, there's a cord to my replacement ring light. We don't want you to chew that. She could chew it in 2 seconds. Just shock herself, catch the rug on fire, and wipe out my new equipment. Perfect connection. You are loud and clear. Okay, Bunny. Everybody goes wild when I either I'm trying to sleep, eat, or go live. It's a zoo here, people. But yeah, everybody, if you haven't heard that name, Sidon Hamad Al-Jaghoub. Take a look at my suspect video. Not naming anybody guilty. There just are a lot of coincidences in this case, and there's a lot of people connected in this case through the 6 degrees of separation. Tucson is seeming like a mighty small town at this point due to this case. It is like having children. Hey, KGG. Where are you coming in from? I haven't seen you before. Welcome in. Yeah, I did a live earlier, and it was just basically I did a mail call video, and I talked about meeting, can I speak at this time of the night? Meeting Snazzy Carlos at CVS. I'm drinking the Diet Stewart's root beer. It's not as good as Diet A&W, or there's a brand that they send to me sometimes from New York, but it's super expensive. I can't even think of the name right now. It's all right, the Diet Stewart's. Hey, Jamie James. Welcome in. So yeah, we did end up talking about Nancy on the other video today, but it wasn't specifically about Nancy. It was about other things. And then a couple people at the end of the chat got into a spat with each other, and I had to, say, hey, time out, everybody. Somebody got tossed out of the chat for a mistake. Then somebody started, two people started arguing, and, no, that's not what this channel is about. Everybody here, we all get along, or we just are not going to participate. And I'm enjoying these emails. I mean, thank you for the two people that sent me the emails that connected me to the right spot now on that video that everybody's been telling me about. Like, oh, you got to watch this video. And it's like, I don't know. And these are some of these other channels are like big YouTube channels. They've got, I don't even know how many thousands of people this guy has. It's a lot. I think he's got like 15,000 views already. I had like 200 people came in this afternoon. Like, oh my God. I don't know. And he didn't seem to be clickbaity or anything like that. He looks kind of cute, actually, the guy. I wish I knew, I'll have to watch more of his videos and see where he's broadcasting from, or he's live streaming from. I know. It's just, it's just like, I have no idea. All of a sudden I look and one of my best viewers been taken out and somebody's arguing about something. And I'm like, what have I missed? Like, what's going on? Like, it's very distracting. That will not be tolerated on my channel. And everybody knows, no politics, no religion, no bullying. I'm not here for drama. Go watch a big YouTube channel if you want drama. I'm not part of a clique. I'm not part of a community. It's just here. April Davis PI, what you see is what you get. And I am a licensed private investigator, and I was 35 years full-time. And then I was struck down by stage 3, grade 3 cancer. And, somebody wrote me this morning and was getting very, inquisitive about my health and saying, oh, well, my mother had that, and she doesn't have all the restrictions you have. Like, what's going on? Like, almost as if she didn't believe. And it's like, people, there are hundreds of different types of cancer. There's probably at least a dozen different types of breast cancer, and there's different stages, there's different grades, there's different size tumors, different shaped tumors, different biology for every single person, different side effects depending on what your treatment was or wasn't, what type of chemo you've had, in what order you've had it, how many have you had, were you in the radiation machine 20 seconds a day or 20 minutes a day? Were you there for 6 weeks, 2 weeks? Was it in your nodes? Did your node splinter like mine did? Yeah, one of my nodes actually splintered, which means the cancer has gone through my entire body. That's why I had to have the strong chemo, and that's why I have the heart problem, and that's why I've been hospitalized, not from the cancer. The cancer only once for the surgery, but subsequent to the surgery, I've been hospitalized 17 times. So if you're not watching and you're not following, just go look at the GoFundMe and you can see the whole chronological order of everything. Kitty, she almost tipped over the rabbit litter. That's happened. Every case is different. I am just happy to be here. Dragon Ball Z 9408, welcome in. Where are you coming in from, Dragon Ball Z? I don't remember you. Have you been here before? Everyone is different. Yes. The fact that I'm here talking to you right now, this is, you are watching a miracle. And this morning, I didn't even think I was going to make it to the mailbox or the pharmacy today. And I ended up at the pharmacy, then the mailbox, back home, then to the pharmacy again, then came on the air unexpectedly just because I had to talk about my run-in with Snazzy Carlos. I linked his channel, by the way, under my post tab. He's young. If you guys are of the older crowd and you're not a Californian or an Angelino, you might not appreciate his tongue-in-cheek making fun of the true Calians, and it's so funny. The guy is hysterical. Um, 5-star anti-hero. What's his name? Snazzy Carlos is his name. New rule, no drama. Yep. I never thought I was going to have to write a rule book, Jay. And then one of the mods said she resigned, and I was take her name off. So I was like, okay, I'm down to 2. I think I'm just going to stick to the YouTubers that I've known for a long time. I know. Oh, you mean about the cancer or about the no drama? Yeah. You know, when you become a bigger channel and I'm not big, I'm still a very, very tiny channel, but I'm bigger than I was before, and I am now remonetized. It brings out, there's the pros and there's the cons, but it also brings out the crazies. It brings out, the manifestos that are now being sent to my email. Like, oh my God. I'm definitely using more gas now because I'm going to the mailbox more often, but that's delightful. That's what I probably got to do tomorrow is go get gas. Oh, and my little Lemaitre clock just went ching ching. So, or actually it was ding ding. It's a little bicycle bell. Yeah, I haven't received that first check yet, so I haven't changed I tried to test some of the settings the other night, and I heard a pop, and it went dead. And I was like, oh my God, my Lemaitre clock is like $250. But I fixed it. That's like the 3rd time I've fixed that broken thing. 2,651. Well, thanks for subscribing, whoever just subscribed. That put me over the 2,650 mark. Oh, good night, Jamie James. Sleep tight. Deanna, your experience to people that haven't been here since day one. Normally, people don't lie about having cancer or the effects of it. Absolutely. We appreciate you. We are so very glad that you made it through. Thus far, I have. Yes, I have. I'm glad to. That's why just the little things like meeting Snazzy Carlos today meant so much. Hey, Boston Bill. Yeah, I don't know what the hell went on. There was some big drama that was going on between 2 of the people in the chat, and in the middle of it, before I could even see that you had come in to welcome you in, I saw this little message at the bottom of my screen saying that you'd been timed out, and I was like, what? Like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? I have colitis, and it's eating my stomach up and stuff, and everything I eat just goes. They give me 3 months. I'm sorry, Ronnie. I ate too much tonight because somebody sent me those DoorDash cards, and I usually don't order Chinese because it's very expensive. But there's a few restaurants that I really like. A few of the chow mein and the wontons with the honey dipping sauce, and I was like, I'm going to order that. Well, that store was closed tonight. What? So I ended up going to my favorite Mexican taco place, but I just I gotta watch my ball game, and I always do the back end of YouTube after I get off a live because I have to put the descriptions up, and I still don't even have my thumbnail up for this one. Yeah, I think the next time I order, I'll order the Chinese, and I don't order that very often, but thank you to the person that sent the gift cards once again. And I also had a chance to, I know it's hard to see with the green screen, but I was playing around with this tonight. It's sort of a combination selfie stick, and it can be a tripod, like a short tripod for a phone, or it can extend to 62 inches. And I have a bigger tripod, but I really needed one like this that's short, one that might actually work from the car as well. It's not much of a selfie stick because it doesn't extend very long, so I might just have to find a selfie stick on top of this. They all serve their own purpose, even with the ring lamps. I could always use more of those, different sizes, some for my desk, some for my coffee table. But yeah, this is great. I've got the microphone already, and now I've got this, and I was able to order this big plate of Mexican, and then I just I hadn't eaten all day, so I just like wolfed it down, and now it's like, ugh, and it's not bad food. It's not like too spicy or anything like that. It's just I wolfed it down. And also because of all the treatment that I've had, my digestive tract just doesn't work as well as it used to. And that's a chemo issue. So, old age, it certainly sucks. As does cancer. And I'm sorry, Ronnie, about colitis, because I've known a few people that have dealt with that, and that's not pretty. But don't give up. Just hang in there. Medicine's coming out with, new cures and new treatments every day. Oh, wow. That's too bad. Yeah, that would be very bad for me because I'm on a blood thinner. I had to get permission from a cardiologist. It took almost 2 weeks just to get any dental work beyond a cleaning. And luckily, because I cleaned my teeth regularly, I didn't need a deep clean. I just needed a regular clean. And so that wasn't going to cause enough bleeding to have to, address that. But yeah, just to go to the dentist. And if I want to have any procedures like a root canal, or if I ever had to have a tooth extracted, I'd have to go off my meds for 3 days, then go back on them. And, I went through all of that in January and February, the off and on and off and on. And then it caused all kinds of problems for me. And I had to go to the hospital once because I thought I was going to bleed out. And, I'm like, I don't want to have to worry about that just to have a dental procedure. Enough is enough. Yeah, the blood thinner is tough. But, my heart is already, I already had a second episode after I had my first surgery, and if I hadn't been on it, it probably would have killed me, so. But the blood thinner can kill you too. If I just get in a car accident and I bleed, I won't make it to the hospital. I had to delay a surgery, yep. Everybody's going through something here. And let's all be supportive of one another. Let's not, start drama in the chat and argue with each other. But yeah, that was the news that I couldn't go to sleep without saying that I did get the emails from 2 of you that told me to watch this video. And I've seen, like I said, only 15 or 16 minutes of it. And apparently this guy's, been reporting a lot. Maybe he reports on other things too. I don't know. I've never watched him before. But what he was being shown by his viewers, it was his viewers that were sending him all these tips. And he was just, he's mind blown. And I'm like, okay, that part of the story has been going on since February 13th. That would be like somebody coming in and saying, oh, Tommaso Cioni was a suspect, by the police, but nobody's talking about it. I think that happened day number 2 or 3. Gosh, this is drug on so long that sometimes I have to really think hard about oh, well, who is this guy? And who, it's day 85. It is old info. But like I said, I was impressed with the guy's, the amount of views he has and the amount of subs and that he's really good at OBS. Because people here sometimes they'll send nasty messages in the comments after the fact, and they'll be like, hey, you were talking about this guy and you never showed a picture once. Well, yeah, because it's in the thumbnail, and and I said in that, I'm not on OBS, and I'm not going to do a horizontal, and I'm not going to do a long form on it because nobody will watch it. YouTube right now, they're pushing the vertical lives, and that's how I got to do it. If that's bringing the crowd in, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I ever, became big, which I don't plan on doing, but if I did, then I'd be able to, get some help and, have somebody come over here and, even if I had to go take a class somewhere, I need everything there is to know about going on OBS and doing a live stream. But it's not a necessary thing for me right now. I'm just happy that, I got one of these today, and it was from a viewer. Thank you so much, man. Because the other tripod that's for just my big one that's like huge, I can't make it this small. And this one, the legs pop out and they can go real low to the ground. So I probably could even use it on my coffee table, which is something I'm going to check because I'm on a, I forget what it's called, but it's the one that they're all stretchy and it can tip over easily. So this will be a lot more stable, especially when my cat like jumps up on the coffee table. Like I said, the joys of YouTube. I'm learning so much. And the most important thing is that I'm having fun. And as long as you guys are enjoying this, that makes me happy. And if you're not, then go watch somebody else. Like, I'm a private investigator for the last 42 years of my life, and I was full-time for 35 plus years until I medically couldn't do that full-time anymore. And as a detective, you have to grow a very thick skin. Remember, I was bullied as a child for being a redhead. My hair was a lot lighter before chemo, and it actually came back brown and blonde together, and it came back frizzy. And I recently had it cut for the first time in 3 years, but now that I did, it's just growing like a weed. So before it gets too hot, I'm going to have to go get it cut again. Kathy says, we all enjoy your talks and reporting info. Thank you. Okay, Jay, she says, my ears are beeping, so they are about to die, and I will need to plug them in. No problem, Jay. Yeah, my phone is running out of charge, and my iPad that I'm using right now as the backup, it's also running out of charge. One's at 59 and one's at 29. Fun background. Yeah, that's the Santa Monica Pier, Arizona Desert Walker. Welcome in. Valentino. Back pain, I've toughed it out all these years. I do sometimes sleep with a heating pad, though. I feel a lot better when I'm in a lying down position. And today it's been tough. Last week, if you guys remember how I sort of got gifted from a neighbor the Halloween tombstones? Some lady came all the way from Reseda to buy them. Because the last few weeks, there's been a crap ton of Halloween ads, and somebody was like, oh my God, I need to buy that right now for my display for Halloween. And it's, April. And I told the guy, you need to come instead of sending your wife, because I've had, 2 surgeries this year, and I won't be able to lift it. And he's like, oh, don't worry, she's strong. But there's no way she would have been able to get it out of my trunk, which was taking up the entire trunk of my car. And I didn't want her to scratch my car trying to get it out. So I very easily helped her with the large one and carried the small one by myself. And ever since I did that, my back has been tweaked. And they're really not that heavy, but at this point, I have a hard time carrying in the Chewy box or the Amazon box that has the side-by-side 2 boxes of cat litter. No, I have to take it out of the box, open the wrapping, very carefully take them out one at a time and keep my legs straight so my back doesn't get... My back is jacked. 35 years, but I'm not taking any meds whatsoever for that. I hope I never have to get to that point. Who lost weight? You're welcome, Valentino. Me? You know, I haven't weighed myself in about a week or so. I'll have to check. I haven't been eating a whole lot because, like I said, I've had digestive issues since all that treatment. I even have what's called a hiatal hernia, and they said it's not serious, but yet they looked at it during I had to have I don't know how to pronounce the word, but endoscopy or endoscopy or however they pronounce that word. And it was a lot bigger than they expected, but so far I've been able to live with it. Yeah, these heart drugs they're on top of everything else. And then you add in old age and bad genes. It's just like I am 30 to 35 pounds too heavy right now. Kathy says, I know I have back issues and nothing works. And if you guys have seen my homepage and you go to my bio and you go to the links, and if you just want to look at it just to see like the history of like my whole cancer journey, I hate that word cancer journey, but that's what it is. And it never goes away. Even when the cancer does, you're still on that journey for the rest of your life. The lady that set that up, and I wasn't really for it at first, but thank God she did, saved my life probably. When we were kids, we were riding bikes, and she was 4 years older than me. And as a child, I was very skinny, and as a child, she was quite hefty. So imagine, a 6 or a 7-year-old that's tall and skinny versus a 10 to 11-year-old that's medium height but heavy. We went for a race Christmas morning on our new bicycles, and my tire hit a lawn that had been freshly edged, and it locked up the front tire, and I flew over the handlebars out into a concrete sidewalk, and before I could move, she ran right over my back, full speed, and didn't break any bones. Came home with her. We told my mom. She didn't believe us. And then I lifted up my shirt, and there were tire tracks across my back. And I have to wonder, all these decades later, if that's where it all started, when I was 6 or 7 years old, and I got a new bicycle for Christmas because I had outgrown the other one. And my friend Lisa ran over me and ran over my spine. Just went to the dentist. What is this? Oh my God. I even looked for the teeth whitener today at CVS. It doesn't bother me. I went to a dentist in my early 20s in West Hollywood. They cleaned my teeth. Great dentist. He helped me with my TMJ and said I would probably have to have major surgery at some point. And he said, I wouldn't try to sell you teeth whitener because you're a redhead. That would be a waste of money. And my dentist that I have now, I just had that discussion with him 2 weeks ago, and he was like, yeah, I could charge you if you want, but you don't need it. It just, the lighting makes my skin and my teeth look different on here, and I'm not going to ever wear, like, not implants, but what do they call it? The celebrities get it, where they glue. Is it the veneers? Like, that's like $20,000-$30,000. And then your teeth look like Dodger Freddie Freeman, You could identify him in a dark alley. All he'd have to do is smile, It's like, never going to do that. It probably is. Everything happens because of chemo. Also, old age, because you lose part of your enamel. And you don't want to do a treatment that's going to cause further damage to the enamel. Because for me to even get a tooth pulled now, my dentist, who's very good at that, although he's never had to pull one of mine, he said, if you need an extraction in the future, I won't even touch you. Because of the bone medication that I'm on, because I have problems with my bones now from all the treatment. And he goes, your jaw could easily break just during a dental extraction. So, like, he's like, if you ever needed that instead of a root canal, he's like, I would send you to the surgeon. You know, there's a lady I watch up in Alaska, and she's young, and she is a redhead, but much brighter than me and covered in more freckles than I've ever been in my whole life. And people give her a hard time all the time, like, hey, fix your teeth. And her mother-in-law is a dental hygienist in Fairbanks, Alaska. They go to the dentist. They're there like every month. And she's a YouTuber, and they've made a living from it. Her husband has a job, but she makes a living from it. In fact, he sold his business because his wife was making so much on YouTube, and she gets the same shit all the time. And, you know, she's a beautiful redhead. And the more popular she gets, the more people like rag on her. So it's kind of like celebrities complaining when they get in the National Enquirer or Star magazine. Like, oh my God, that's not true. You know what? Don't fight it. It means you're relevant. My teeth are yellow too. I have 2 bonded front teeth that can never be chemically whitened. Oh, wow. My teeth feel wonderful. You know, since last week when I had that, I think it was a week ago. Yeah, it was a week ago today. I had to have 6 injections. And because I am on the blood thinner, I think the inside of my mouth bruise a lot easier, as it did during my 2 heart surgeries. Like, I woke up from the second heart surgery and I couldn't see anything below the waist because there was a blood patch that was like this big from where they put the catheters in my legs, and that still hurts to this day. So even just having a filling replaced, I have had so much pain from all the injections that, you know, I'm finally able to eat on this side again, and I'm not having the flash pain right now. So hopefully, I've got fingers crossed that that's going to hold on, and I'm not going to have a root canal, because I'd really like to have the funds to be able to go fix this issue. That there was an issue that happened during chemo, and there was no time to do a root canal in the back. It was a large molar in the back, and so I just had to go to an emergency surgeon, and they had to pull it, and the surgeon was like, this is a perfectly good tooth. It just has a small crack. This could have been fixed. And I'm like, dude, I have stage 3, grade 3 aggressive breast cancer, and you know, they had to give me a week off from chemo just so I could come to your office to get this done. And you know, I just started. I'm only on my 3rd week, and I had to take a week off, you know, just so that you could do this. And I'll just have to worry about it when it's done and get it fixed. And that happened either August or September of 2019. And here we are, February 2026, and there's been no funds to fix this. Exactly. You know, if they don't like it, they can go watch somebody else. Like I said, as a detective, I have a very thick skin. And whoever's just said that obviously didn't watch my live earlier today. They're not one of my regular watchers, or they would have heard my whole, you know, speech I made about CVS and about the toothpaste section being under lock and key now, because it's like, this is like living in New York City now. You can't even get a toothbrush without having to call a manager. And it's really putting these stores out of business, because a lot of people are like, you know what? I don't want to wait 15 minutes to grab a jug of Tide. Oh, I don't want to wait 20 minutes to get a tube of toothpaste that costs $6. And they just say, F it, and they go home and they order it from Amazon. I also drink a lot of tea, no sugar or caffeine, but it discolors. I don't drink any tea. Yeah, my teeth, they actually feel like really good right now, too. The first night, though, after that last procedure, that was the one night that I couldn't, like, hardly brush my teeth before I went to bed, because I was so swollen from all the injections. Somebody crying. She already ate. She ate, and we played, and she slept. And she tried to run out during one of my deliveries, because she's crazy. The only cat I've ever had that tries to run away. And sometimes I get so upset, I'm like, you know what? Damn it, I'm just going to open the door and you can just go. But, you know, I can't do that because we have too many coyotes on the loose right now. They're everywhere. And I don't want her to get bit by a coyote or, well, she'd get more than bit. And I don't want the raccoons or a possum or, you know, there's rabid raccoons and bats and like, no, we're just not going to go there. She is adorable. She was named after my friend Kelsa Kinsley, who I have a video on. You guys should watch it. I have a hard time with it. Still a broken part of my heart. Yes, she is fixed. All my animals are fixed. That's very important, spay and neutering. So she wouldn't get pregnant, but oh, I guess she needed some more dry food. I just handed it to her. You know, it's been very chilly the last few days, and so she's been kind of like hyped up at night. I think she's got an appetite. Maybe that's why I wolfed down the tacos tonight. Because they were free. Well, I think I paid the tip. I don't think the card covers the tip. The gift card. I'll see when I get the bill. So yeah, you know, not to bash any YouTubers, but I'm not being facetious when I say thank you to the two people that said, oh, you got to see this video because this is going to change everything. What you think about this case? Like, you got to see this. And I will watch more of it when I'm done with this video. But yeah, like, yeah, this is something that came up in the second week of February. And we are in the last week of April. Heck, this Friday is May 1st. But see, some people are more suited to be YouTubers, like that guy. And I'm more suited to have done the career that I have done for a living and be a detective. Absolutely, both mine are fixed. My cats don't know what outside is. Good for you. She is adorable and pretty, though, isn't she, Kathy? Even the person that she was named after, when she would cause trouble, I'd say, but she sure is pretty. And we would just laugh. That's what I miss. I miss laughing with my very beautiful friend. But now I've got her. She was even harassing the bunny tonight, and the bunny was just like, I'm not going to put up with you tonight. I'm not going to do it. But she's totally chill now. She's over, she has her little pen, but it's open, so she can walk in and out of it, and she's over there beautifying and washing her face. Because she's, you know, we're getting ready to, like, lay down soon, take pills and lay down in the bed. We won't sleep right away, but at least we'll lay down. There'll be some kitty snuggles under the covers, and that's when she'll come out, the bunny, and she'll just take over, and this will be her whole domain for the evening. Cats have heat cycles and nerve-wracking. They scream like a woman very loudly, so I highly recommend cats being fixed. I love cats, but my fur baby doesn't share the love of Pit Bull and American Bulldog. This one is not as affectionate as my male cats. Yes, absolutely pretty. I love my cat too. I have 2 dogs. They love each other. That's good. Yeah, she loves the bunny and her. They love each other too. But, you know, the bunny's like, I'm not a cat. Don't harass me. But she's never like, they've never bit each other. Thank God. Now, one morning I woke up and it scared me to death. I couldn't find the bunny. And I was like, oh my God, the bunny. Ah! And then I found her behind my shelf that has all that glass and all that Vaseline glass that glows green. And she had wedged herself in, and she couldn't go forward and she couldn't go backwards, and she had been stuck there presumably all night. and I had to very gently move this very heavy shelf out and very carefully lift her out of there. She was a little sore for about a day or two, but then she recovered. Scared me so bad. That is scary. And luckily I was home and it wasn't during one of my hospital stays. Because, one of the neighbors would have come in here like, hey, where's the bunny? And then, called me at the hospital and I would have had a heart attack and died. I would have had to jump out of the bed and somehow make it home. Well, I'm in a critical cardiac unit, fighting for my life. I literally would have left the hospital. So I want to make sure that, they're good because since I got Kelsa, it was about a month after I adopted Kelsa that all my heart stuff happened. Because I adopted her October 2023 and all the heart stuff really kicked in bad November 2023. And then it's been a 2023, 2024, 2025, and a couple of hospital visits 2026. I've kind of lost track because I don't want to think about it, but I know it's been 17 times. And truthfully, I'd rather just be gone than to ever have to do it again. Hey, Kathy. Another Kathy. Where are you coming in from tonight? Yeah, I'll be going off the air in just a few minutes because my alarm will go off on my phone because it's time to take the night meds. Found this out with my girl Cola. Massachusetts. Wow, it's late there. It's tomorrow there. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, if you guys didn't see the beginning of this, just watch the beginning and you'll see what we talked about tonight. It's just thank you for the links, but sometimes I just have to see the humor in some of this very dark situation that's happened to Nancy Guthrie. I just have to laugh at a few things that have all the characters. Oh, me too, Kathy. Heck, by the time I get to sleep tonight, it'll probably be, afternoon in Massachusetts. The pros and cons of my new YouTube monetization. But I do need to figure out how I'm going to catch the algorithm on the long form content, or I won't be able to sustain this because I can't come on every day, once or twice a day for the rest of my life and talk about this case because they're either going to find her and there's going to be a trial and it's going to be done, or they're never going to find her. I really miss going out and doing my long form content. And I want to go out on another coyote search. Everybody's telling me a particular park that I need to go to that's not too far from here. And then maybe I'll bring this, thanks to the person that bought this from my YouTube gift list. I'll probably take that with me and try that out. That's how I am in the hospital, Kathy. Can't sleep for days. I could be there a week. I could be there till the end of time, until I take my last breath, and I won't sleep. Cat hair. I picked her up too, and then I had the bunny in my hands too. It's so funny because she's never going to be a normal bunny, and she's never going to let me pick her up. But lately, I've been able to massage her face and pick her up in reverse. But if I pick her up straight and put her in my arm, because she knows we're going into the room, that's the bathroom, to get nails clipped, she totally flips out. Impossible. Not hard to, but impossible. Now, when I had my tonsils out at age 19 and it was considered a major surgery because it was an adult tonsillectomy, they had me on so many pain meds that I was more than sleeping. It was almost like I was in a coma. And weeks later, I started to remember things that happened while I was passed out. And I would ask my mom about it, and she would like confirm, like, oh yeah, that happened. And I'm like, I don't know how I keep picturing all this stuff that I was unconscious for, but I'm starting to remember. Yeah, they never let you sleep. And hospitals are so full of infection and deadly germs. A lot of people go into a hospital and they never come out because they catch something in the hospital and they die. It's like people going into nursing homes and then they keep getting COVID, and then it takes them out. That's how my aunt passed away. They thought she was safe and she was going to be one of the first nursing homes in the country to get the vaccine, and it was 2 weeks too late. And then one of my actor friends or acquaintances had a boyfriend that ended up in a nursing home, and he got COVID 3 times, and it took him out. And how many times do you hear about staph infections in hospitals or after surgery infections that take people out? Hospitals are no fun. The only thing good about my hospital is that they kept me alive, and that it's 2 miles from my house. I don't want to have to keep going back there. I need to at least live long enough to see that first check come in the 3rd week of May. Well, actually, almost be the start of, it'll be the 21st, so it'll be like, yeah, it'll be the last day of the 3rd week, if it even comes in that day. They say between the 21st and the 26th, and I'm really trying to push it because this is the last few days of April. So whatever I see in April, that I've already made enough, combined with the last couple days of May or March, and then April, and then I had the birthday celebration, and I had the, hey, welcome to my monetized party, so that got me a lot of like donations, and that's going to be enough for a nice little check. It'll never cover all the expenses that I've had, but I can't wait to be able to get that check. So I gotta stay healthy, and then I can come on live and say, hey, I got the check today. I can pay for some of this stuff now. Remember, I had the ring light accident, and I had the Wi-Fi mic accident, and my new phone that I haven't even made the first payment on yet. It flipped off the counter the other night, and I've had to order a new screensaver. Like, oh my God, it never ends. The iPhone crapped right after the iPad was replaced. Sounds like someone stomping across your attic. Oh, you mean the storms? Kathy with a case says, that's good. Yes, stay healthy. Less than 2 minutes left, and then I have to go because I feel like I'm 80 years old. Got to prepare for the night medication. This was only supposed to be my full-time job during my treatment. It wasn't supposed to be my full-time job, 6 or 7 years later. But hey, no complaints, because at least I'm here 6 to 7 years later. And I'm meeting all you guys. And today I met Snazzy Carlos. And by the way, I already put that on my post. If you guys go to the main channel page after this, go to the post. And for some reason, when you try to put the links up now, or when I try to put them up, I can't get the actual videos or channels to pop up. I just get a blue link. And I don't know if they've changed something or I'm doing something wrong after all these years. Because I thought as soon as I linked it, it would show like his channel and then you can click on it. But no, it just gives a link. What is it, honey? You've had wet food, dry food. Oh my gosh. Where's the money? No, she's like hiding somewhere. And it's getting kind of nippy in here, actually. It's very cold outside tonight for LA. And if it drops below 65, it's wintertime. And we're already in the spring. Well, 6 seconds, and then we're done. Everybody, have a good night. Thanks for coming to my late night live.